Welcome or welcome back. Enjoy the show, and I hope to see you in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like.
What's up, friends, foes, and subbies? I'm keeping a commentary to a minimum today. Let's just get straight to the story. Some people can't handle opinions that are opposing, so I'll give you a break. I watched the story, I think yesterday or the day before, and I'm like, I wasn't really moved to want to post it, but because a lot of you have been following the story on my page, I figured, why not go out with a bang? The girl said this is going to be her last time talking about Claressa, so let's share the story. Maybe in the future, and this happens all the time, maybe in the future, these videos, whatever this girl has to say, is going to make sense. So I'm just sharing it. You guys call it hating, I call it reporting. I'm just saying. So if you're into tea and you want to sip some, grab your cup.
It's one thing for Claressa Shields to do what she did to me, but when your parents tag team, boy oh boy. I'm going to make a part 1, 2, and I may have to make a part 3, but I want to make this clear. Y'all don't have to ever worry about me bringing this up again. But here's the deal. When these things start to happen to her, don't tag me, don't message me, don't, Jada, you alright? Shut up. Don't say nothing to me, because I'm done talking about it after I post this part 1, 2, and 3. I got a couple of screenshots and pictures, and I don't have everything, y'all. I deleted a lot of screenshots because I needed to heal, okay? I had screenshots of call logs because she hit me up from text-free messages. She sent my number to all her family, and they started harassing me, threatening my life and all of that. All because you couldn't control me. All because I wasn't dependent on you. I had screen recordings of what she said to me on Instagram for the longest time. Y'all, I deleted probably all the important stuff, but you know what? I had to delete that. She said that I would never have a future in anything. I would never have a future in boxing. I would never find love. Nobody will ever love me. She said some more dark stuff that caused my mind to go to a place. So I had to fight because I'm like, you know what? No, we can't go back to that. We can't deal with the suicidal thoughts and stuff no more. But I wanted to. And these are the people that, y'all idolize. But if I would have killed myself right then and there, if I would have did that, after all that happened, then y'all would have sat there and the conversation would have been different. It would have been that, wow, Claressa bullied that girl into committing suicide, bro. And then some of y'all are so evil and demonic that you would have sit there and been like, she a punk, she's selfish. Like, wow, she took the easy way out. And honestly, that wouldn't have been the easy way out. I'm going to say some more that I have to say towards the end, but I just want to get straight into it, okay? Whew. We just going to start at September 25th, 2020. I had a conversation with Claressa. I said, come on, let's talk. So, we were in her room, and we sat at the end of her bed, and I said, I don't appreciate how you've been treating me, and I've done nothing but be there for you. I don't hate you or anything like that, but you really hurt me on so many levels. The talking about how my back and all of that, because she had friends and stuff that one of them hit me up on Facebook Messenger and just told stuff that I had only told Claressa. And you're talking bad about me. You're letting your friends disrespect me. Mind you, all these friends you got couldn't even be there for you when you was going through your mess, and it took little old Jada from Norfolk, Virginia to come and stay with you for a couple of months to be there with you, but they couldn't even took the time. A couple of them stayed about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes away. You mean to tell me everybody couldn't say let's spend the night over her house every Friday and just be there for our friend? But baby, they using you for a meal and some trips, and you letting it happen. I'm sorry, but wow. So I said, let's talk. So we talked. She started crying, but they're not real tears. Those are manipulation tears. Why? Because my mom do that. She's a narcissist. She's evil, okay? My mom has done full-blown witchcraft on me and everything, and all glory to Jesus Christ, it didn't work. When you decide you're going to live in holiness, that's the return to sender. You don't say no return to sender prayer. You obey, and you live the lifestyle that God tell you to live. Because for the longest time, it was working because I wasn't in holiness. Now I am. So anyways, we talked. I told her, I was like, you know, she was still trying to get me to stay. You're still trying to get me to stay. But I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? So I said, no, you know, I think I should leave because it'll give you some time to just think about certain things, you know, work on yourself. And I'm going to keep doing the same thing for me. Told her I love her. I don't got no problem with her. All of that. Literally, we gave each other a hug. She wiped her tears. She went to bed, went to sleep. I went in my room, went to bed, went to sleep. And that was that. I'm thinking, okay, we cool. Literally the next day. I'm sorry, I said up to 25th. Was it? No, it was the 26th. I'm sorry. So literally the next day on the 27th, all right, I go and check on her, make sure she good. She was in her room. She stayed in her room all day. She didn't talk to me, none of that. If she did come out or whatever, she didn't say nothing to me. She went right back in her room, closed and locked the door. So I was like, okay. Mind you, we are used to talking every day. So I'm like, bro, I don't got time for that. Like, you trying to make me feel guilty and stuff. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of did. But I said, no, I have to stand on what I said because it's just going to be another problem with her. And I don't got time. Like, she making up stuff at this point of what I'm not even doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I still took the time to clean her whole house because I'm a clean person. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do that. I'm very nurturing. So I cleaned her whole house, you know, and that house is not small. I cleaned her whole house. I washed her clothes. I folded her clothes and put it on top of the dryer. I go down to her basement in the gym and I cleaned her gym, made sure her gloves and stuff was good, wiped it down, all of that. I was there for her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to do that before I left, but I did. You know, I cleaned out her refrigerator, wiped it down, stuff like that, meal prepped for her. Before I left, I didn't have to do that. I went outside in the backyard because she had got a pool installed that summer. And it's this thing you had to do. Like, you had to change a filter or something. And it's like this little pump that's connected to it. So I did that. Because she also had like a pool party like there or whatever. And people that went, they know what I'm talking about. So did all of that. And I left. I didn't make an announcement saying, all right, you know, it's time for me to go. I'm leaving. I didn't do that. I just left because I just had a feeling that she was going to sit there and try to pick a fight with me and go slam off. I ain't have time for that, bro. Ain't have time for that. And the way my mind went is like, bro, we're on top. And if we end up getting into a fight and, you know, because we do that, we might go over the balcony. It could probably end ugly with how her upstairs was set up. So I'm like, I don't want that to happen. I'm leaving. I forgot my location was on though. So I go to the red roof. My notifications start going off on Facebook. This girl is making a bunch of subliminal posts. I looked at the time that I left and stuff with the Lyft and the Uber and all of that. And I said, oh, she must have known I'm gone. So, but her subliminal post on Facebook started to really piss me off. I'm not doing all of that. I got your number, so I'm finna hit you up. So I text her. And I said, so what's up? Like, you ain't had nothing to say all day. Now that I'm gone, you want to go and make subliminal posts on Facebook? That's weird. Like, bro, I've done so much for you. I don't even want to hear it. So then she starts attacking my family. Mind you, my family's trash. But you know what? They've never done nothing to her. She started trying to accuse me, talking about me and my dad have sex with each other. And so I went as low as hell. And I did say, you know, just because you don't got a good relationship with your dad doesn't mean that, you know, people that do got a good relationship with their dad is doing all that. Like, that's nasty. Like, y'all do incest. You know what I'm saying? Like, incest run deep with you and your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all weird. So, because I just be seeing stuff like y'all sisters and y'all say y'all cousins, but it's just y'all too touchy for me. That's weird. So, you know, I'm just sitting there like going low as hell. I'm not gonna lie, because I got tired, bro. When you nice and you strong and, you know, you don't really have nobody there for you, but when enough is enough, you get tired. So she's talking about something. I know where you at, your location. I'm pulling up. I said, girl, I don't care. Like, what's up? Because like, you clearly felt some type of way about us sparring. You felt some type of way about us sparring. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, gloves off, this will really be easier. So, what's up? Like, it's not that serious. Like, you mad because I rocked you in sparring. Mind you, I'm just sparring. But you take everything personal with boxing. Like, even people calling her out, you take that personal. You supposed to be a boxer. Stop crying and get in the ring and fight. You fat, you out of shape. Get down to 147 and fight these girls that can actually fight, because you ain't been fighting nobody. Gonna make a part 2. So yeah, this is part 2 on Claressa Shields and my parents, you know, basically kind of like tag teaming, betraying me, hurting me. And like I said in part 1, y'all don't ever have to worry about me saying anything today. Like when I make my part 1, 2, and 3 today, that's all you're gonna get from me. I promise I won't say nothing about it. But when things start to happen to her, don't say nothing to me or tag me. So to continue, she said, bet, I'm pulling up. This is Claressa. I'm pulling up. And I'm saying, okay, bet. Like, I mean, baby, I rocked you in sparring. So do you really think I'm scared to fight you with no gloves? Like, you're weird. You know what I'm saying? So she pulled up to the Red Roof. Because I was at Red Roof. Because when I left her house, like I said, you watch part 1, go watch it. When I was at her house, and I left, I forgot my location was on, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna be here for one night. I'm gonna go to the Red Roof, and it's close anyway. So went to the Red Roof, and my location was still on. She pulled up, and when I was outside, and I'm like, so what's your problem? Like, what's up? When she came close, she acted like she wanted to come in peace, but something felt off. And she was talking all gentle and stuff at first, but then when her, you know, her 6 friends or whatever, and the girl mama too, like one of her friends was like, her name Jasmine, and her mama was up there. I think I still got that video. Hold on. So basically the old hag that's dancing, the girl Jasmine, that's her mom, okay? She even pulled up to Red Roof. I'm like, what is she doing? Like, bro, you're old and miserable. And y'all just like her. Y'all sitting there in them comments, you old as dirt. And you sitting there just sad, bro. It's always black people. Anyways, she pulled up too with her daughter. Tried to get her 6 friends to jump me. First of all of them beefy. All of them bit back, all right? So I'm sitting there punching everybody. I'm punching and kicking everybody. Don't run now. Claressa sat there, ran away. The other girls hurry up and ran away, got in the car. The police came, all right? It was Officer Pulley. That's his name. Also, I want to add this too. There was a security guard named James. He was the security guard for Red Roof. I didn't know. I was punching him too. I was punching everybody. And he said, he was trying to get me kicked out of my Red Roof. And I was like, what's your problem? I was still cussing and fussing. Like, even though everybody was gone, he's black, tall, and he had a black polo, a hat that was backwards, and some long jean shorts. And then he had the badge around his neck. So he was trying to get me kicked out of the Red Roof because I was punching him too. And he was like, you know, you sitting there, you're punching a security guard, this, that, and the third. I said, bro, how am I supposed to know that you're a security guard? He said, do you not see the badge? I said, I'm not from here. I'm from Virginia. That's a military state. The way that they dress, they have a whole uniform. They got like this little gray shirt with the black flaps and slacks. And baby, they have a uniform. You don't have a uniform on. You literally got a polo, some jean shorts, and a New York hat that's backwards. And how am I supposed to know that you're even a security guard? I said, to be completely real, I thought you was with her. Because I said, you fail to realize everybody, it seemed like everybody in Flint, especially at that time, I can't speak for now, was kissing her behind. I said, not to mention, they came from the club. She got alcohol on her breath. If she told the security guard at the club, come with me, I bet you that they would. So I said, that's what I thought. I thought you were from the club because they were just coming from the club. And I thought you just came with her. I thought she said, come with me, and you came with her. So when he understood my perspective, he was just like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. When he looked at my information, he said, hold on. Because he was still mad because I punched him too. So he went to the office and checked. And he said, oh, yeah, you're not from here. I said, no. Like, I told him what happened, you know, how long I've been staying there. And he was like, that explains everything. So then when the police officer Pulley get there, he said no. He was like, they gave me your description. They said it was a little short girl with locks. But I didn't want to believe it was you, because all the time, like when I tell y'all, when I stayed with her for 5 months, it was a fight at her house all the time with her and her family. They dysfunctional as I don't know what. They would like break her stuff. They would steal from her. But the whole time I'm trying to protect you from, this happening, and you keep treating me any type of way. So it's just like every single time it would be a fight at her house with her family, the police would come over. It would always be Officer Pulley, and I would be the one to basically be the peacemaker and say, this is what happened. She's been having a problem with her family for years now. My goodness, we fast forward to 2025 and you're still having problems with them. You're slow. I mean, y'all got to do the math. Being that we were best friends for 9 years, and it's been 5 years since we've even spoken to each other, that's 14 years. So this stuff been going on for over 14 years, because when we were friends, like she was like 15, I was 13. So at this point, it's giving, you're just doing this for, like, you just want a sob story. You just want somebody to, you want to be the victim, bro. And people do that. Like, y'all don't understand. With her, it's a performance every time. And scene. I'm serious. So look, after that happened and the police officer called, I called my parents. And they was like, I put them on FaceTime and I was like, yeah, she tried to jump me. And my dad was like, well, they did a horrible job, because where we from, you get jumped, you're dead. Like, that happened to a lot of people I know back at Norfolk. Like, you get jumped, you're dead. It always goes left real bad. So he's like, I'm trying to understand how you get jumped. Like, you don't even look like it. I just had a little wet on my face because I was moving my head. But yeah. So when he sat there and he was like, I can't believe, like, when he saw the footage, he was like, you can really fight. And I said, what do that gotta do with her trying to jump me? I was pissed. I was angry. I was like, what do that have to do? She tried to jump me. And he said, well, listen, you can try to press charges, but they will label you as the aggressor. I said, but she tried. Like, I said, are y'all not hearing me? He said, Jada, calm down, because I was pissed. I was crying. I was angry. And I said, you not hearing me, because did you not see all the, like, look, you see all those girls, but for the simple fact that I could fight and defend myself. Y'all, so imagine your parents see all this, right? And the officer is on FaceTime with them and told them, no, I believe Jada, because I sat there and I go to Shield's house all the time, because her family, they get into it every time. They literally said it's been like that ever since she had that house. Ever since she got that house, it's always been like that. So I'm like, okay, all right. He said, if you need a ride to the airport, let me know. I said, all right, thank you. So I go back home to Virginia and I'm trying to take a break. You know what I'm saying? All of that was a lot. Y'all, I get back home, my dad is just, I'm just like still disappointed, because it's like, wow, you're supposed to be my dad. My mom already knows she evil, I don't know what. But it's just like, it's really sad. Like, you're supposed to be my dad and you took her side. You know what I'm saying? You idolizing this girl is weird to me. That's when she got on Instagram and just started all this drama. Literally the next day, mind you, I had never posted nothing. I didn't post anything of what happened, because I literally just said that I was going to take a break. She got on Instagram and erased my name off the chalkboard, and Tony just standing beside her cheesing like, yeah. I'm going to make a part 3 and I'm going to show the screenshots and stuff that I have. This is part 3 as far as Claressa Shields and my parents, tag teaming and whatnot. And like I said, this will be my last time saying anything about Claressa. But when things start to happen to her, don't say anything to me. Don't tag me. Don't talk to me. So like I said, after all of that happened, I got home. I was back in Virginia. I was at my parents' house. And when I tell y'all, all I could do was just cry. That's all I was doing. I had pretty much just slept that whole day. But when I woke up, I was crying again. Crying on and off. I was so hurt about everything that happened. But literally the next day, my phone pinging going off, because she gave my number to her family to call and text me, threatening me, sending me crazy stuff. Also, my phone was going off because people were sending me screenshots, screen recordings of her talking about me online. So I'm like, bet. I download Instagram. I said I was going to stay off. I download Instagram. I went on my story. And mind you, she was already blocked from all the social media. So I go on my story and I just briefly tell what happened. Ain't even go into full details. But I just gave a quick rundown of what happened on my story. And that's all I said. And I got off of social media. I sent the screenshots of what she was sending me to people that we were mutually friends with that I ended up cutting off because they're fake. And I also ended up putting the screenshots on my story. So, you know, she's sitting there dragging different people in it, like Fight Hype and all of that. And it's so weird. But the proof is right there. And there's people still saying that I was... So literally, imagine all the proof is on your story and you briefly spoke about it. And then it's like people still saying you lying and all this other stuff. Talking about what you did to her. So anyways, I did all that. And got off. She's still harassing me. So now my dad is siding with everything that she's doing. My mom, she's sitting there gossiping about me. She lying on me. She's spreading rumors about me as well. Then we got into it. Me and my sister had got into it. My sister sitting there, you know, trying to be funny and whatnot in the house. For one, my mom has always pinned like my sister up against me. Like, I'm the oldest, so she's always treated my sister differently, like showing favoritism to my sister. So really, my mom is like Claressa times 10. Like, she's very, very evil. I've already mentioned my mom has tried to attack me with witchcraft and stuff. It has not worked. Her health has been failing because of that as well. God don't play about me, period. So anyways, that happened, and when I got tired, I snapped. I sat there and I slammed my sister on her neck, and I was punching. My mom tried to jump in, and I said, I dare you to try to jump me. I just had 6 big girls sitting there trying to jump me. If you really think I'm about to sit there and deal with you and my, like, I don't care. So then my mom calls the police. She's telling the police a different story. And it just, you know, my dad wasn't even at the house. It just got crazy real quick. Like, you mad because I'm defending myself because you're spreading lies about me. You're supposed to be my own mother. You spreading lies about me. You're supposed to be my own father, but you're doing the same thing. So, you know, now her and my sister act like they want to try to tag team me at the house. And I'm like, what's up? So my sister, I cracked her right there. She's bleeding. I looked at my mom like, what's up? The police got to the house, my parents' house, before my dad did. But my dad, he was literally the last person to pull up and told the police like a whole lie. And I said, are you serious? I said, real quick, who pulled up first? I told the police officer they was about to put me in cuffs and send me to jail because I beat her up and my mom was next. So I sat there and said, did y'all not pull up before him? Literally, his car is behind you. So when they realized that and they were about to still put me in, like cuffs was about to get put on me, I literally just heard God say, just tell them to let you go and calm down. So that's all I did. They said, well, where are you going to go? I said, I would never come here again. This is supposed to be my family. This is supposed to be I'm crying. I'm pissed. I'm angry. I'm like, this is supposed to be my family. This is supposed to be my parents. And look, and you think I want to be here? I said, look, I just got here from another situation. And my dad tried to use that against me by saying, see, everywhere she go, it's a problem. Because before Claressa, it was a problem with them coaches in Ohio. Okay, I was in Ohio before I was in Michigan. But you know, these coaches sit here and they've been raping men, women, and children in their basement. And like I said, right now it's an ongoing investigation for that. So it's just like, but you know that. I'm like, but you're supposed to be my dad. And that hurt me the most because I was a daddy's girl. And me and my dad had always had a good relationship. But I feel like my mom either blinded him to her or bewitched him or something. Because I just never understood how my dad turned on me that quick. Like, that has never happened. But then again, growing up, my mom would abuse me so much. My dad would never say anything, or he would say one thing to her. But then when she started giving him the silent treatment, it was just, you know, like, oh, I don't want to ruin things. I mean, hey, that's your wife. Hey, she's above me. You know, when it comes to order is order, you know. It's the husband, wife, and then the kids. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. But that really hurt me. And that when you go through something like that with her, and then you come home and you think you're gonna, well, I can't really say I thought I was gonna receive comfort from my mom, but at least my dad, and then that happens, and things like you trying to really like jump me after I just went through that, like evil. So I want to show y'all a couple of things as well. And dang, I may have to make a part 4 because I do want to show y'all some of the, just screenshots and videos that I have. But I know you're trying to figure out, where did this come from? Claressa want to talk so bad about me, but you ain't tell nobody when I saved your niece when we was in a shootout. Okay? Anybody from Flint that went to Y&J parking lot concert, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna play the video, and I don't want to show her face, but that's her niece. She was 16 at the time, so she grown now. She like 22 or whatever, but I don't know if it showed the location, but it's clearly in Flint. This is the same card. This was July 25th 2020, and I'm showing the timestamp and the date because if you can remember when Y&J concert was, or you still got the flyer, I'm not lying.
Flint really can't do nothing, bro. We said we almost got shot. Like the bullet was right above our head, bro. Like crazy. We almost got shot. Like that's crazy.
So we were at the parking lot concert. It got ugly fast, but literally, I pushed her niece out the way because her niece was just numb. She was stuck. She was literally sitting right there. If I didn't push her out the way, that bullet would have hit her head. So I literally I made sure even though all that happened, because her cousins that was with her niece and stuff, baby, they left her. So I'm sitting here trying to find her niece, and it was a lot going on that night. I just, people quick to say something about me, but you ain't say when I sat there and I was really I saved your niece's life. Another thing I want to bring up is Andre Darrell, which really disappointing. I already spoke about this. It's in the Exposing Boxing playlist on my YouTube. But, you dragged the whole Darrell family in the situation. Because you couldn't stand the fact that when they first met me, when people meet me, they like me. It don't take long for people to like me. But you made sure that you contacted him and his whole family, and you lied on me. You made it their duty to do that so they could hate me. Because you hated the fact that when people... Every time somebody met me, they're like, I like her. She a vibe. That I learned that word, she's a vibe, when I got to Michigan. Okay. You hated it. I sat there and they didn't even really know him. He ain't never liked me like that or anything like that. I was like little sis to him. But he was just joking the whole time. You're mad because people like me. And all these pictures that I'm showing, mind you, this is like OG. You know what I'm saying? This is like a legend right here. You know what I'm saying? It was his birthday this day. But you sitting there, you talk bad about this man. You talk bad about the whole Darrell family. You told me all their business that I shouldn't have even known before we even got to the party. Because you didn't want me to talk to nobody. You wanted me to just be quiet and be mute. You didn't like the fact that people like me. Even with Sugar Hill Crunk training me. And I'm going to have to make a part 4, y'all. It is what it is. But even with him training me, you didn't like the fact that your coaches love training me. Literally, I posted a video of him working mitts with me, and she's like, you want to fight? I want to tussle. I want to, all this mess. So I'm going to make a part 4 to show y'all some more screenshots. So yeah, this is part 4 on Claressa Shields and my parents tag teaming against me and all this other crap. I've already told a lot in part 1, 2, and 3, so check that out. It's literally before this video. Just click my page and go look. So I'm just want to show the rest of the screenshots and videos that I had left, y'all, just to show that, yes, anything I'm saying is true. I was actually yeah. Anyways, after all of that happened, it's you chose to contact the Darrell family to lie on me. Because the thing about it is this. Anytime somebody met me, they liked me. Like I said, I ain't know the saying, you a vibe, until I got to Michigan. Okay. By the way, this is LJ. Okay. When I spoke on LJ, this is the dude before Tony. When I spoke on LJ... and said basically she cheated on him before she got with Tony and all that other stuff, and everybody was like, well, who's LJ? I never heard of LJ. This is LJ. So I was going to say that. Also, who is Bake? Who is Alicia? This is Bake. This is Alicia. Detroit loves them. You know what I'm saying? But this is also who I was talking about. And if y'all didn't see all the other videos, it's in the Exposing Boxing playlist. It's a lot of videos in this Exposing Boxing playlist. But I also have an exposing boxing playlist on my YouTube, link in my bio. It's some stuff that I posted up there that I didn't post up here, like the exposing boxing part 1 through 9. Okay. Also, I want to share the fact that, you know, this girl been through some stuff with Claressa and her family too. She knew who LJ was. First of all the kids love LJ, so I mean, duh. But she afraid to tell what happened to her because of how y'all treat me. Y'all swear up and down somebody hating on somebody. Please be quiet. So Claressa has 2 cash apps, okay? That's why the other one's a different spelling. But, you know, anytime she would spend something on me, baby, I would send it back, okay? I sent it back to her, all right? So yeah, every single time with the screenshots I sent you when she would send money for food and stuff, that was for her nieces and nephews. Because what did I tell y'all? Any single time she picked up her nieces and nephews, she just acted like they were such a burden. You fussing, cussing, and yelling at them 24/7. Y'all think I'm lying with that, but it's literally been recorded where she's fussing and yelling at the kids. And somebody literally said, she always fussing at them kids, bro. Like, for real. So she would never like leave no money or anything to me to feed them. And I wasn't tripping because I love them babies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, well, I got it. Like, you know, I got it. I don't mind. But she didn't like that. So that's why she would send the money to me. She hated the fact that I never needed to depend on her to buy me anything. And when she would buy me anything, I would pay it back. Because at that point, I was getting like, bro, like you just being weird at this point. It's not even you trying to be genuine or whatever. Like, you just want to say I owe you with something, or you're trying to control me. You know what I'm saying? When I took the time to tell her, Rest, I had a dream that, you know, God deposited $6,000 in my account. Girl, you crazy. Mind you, she know how gifted and stuff I am. 3 days later, the $6,000 it dropped. She got so mad. She literally just got quiet. Like, you're mad because I don't have to depend on you. And I never was depending on you. Because I still had, I had some money in my bank account. You know what I'm saying? But you got mad when that $6,000, when God was like, here you go. You hated the fact that I saw that 3 days earlier in my dream, and then it happened 3 days later. You hated that. People like that, they get mad when you don't need them for stuff like that. So also, we went to this girl party. She talked bad about everybody. Anytime we go to somebody, bro, anytime we go to somebody's event, birthday party, she talking bad about the person. Like, why? And I got the screenshot for that. So look at the day, August 29, 2020. I said happy birthday because I told the girl Taisha, her name Taisha Houston. I told her, I said happy birthday. And she didn't look the age that she was turning. I forgot how old she was turning. She didn't look the age that she was turning. So I complimented her. And I said, you know what? I said, I want to give you something. This was last minute. I wish I would have gave you a gift. But what's your cash app? She was like, oh, that's so sweet. She was literally so sweet. And she was so short and cute. So she gave me her cash app. And I sent her that. Here go Claressa scolding me. Talking about you don't know her. You should stop sending money to people. I said, I sent one person $50. Because it's her birthday. I don't need you to tell me what to do with my money. Like, stay in your place, bro. Mind you, I don't got a bad spending habit. Like, I just don't. I'm not that type of girl. And I'm like, do you even know her to be talking about this lady like that? Like, leave people alone because she happy and excited like it's her birthday. And you talking bad about her. I mean, she's literally talked bad about everybody. Like, it's this girl named Gina with the boutiques. She don't like supporting people back home. This girl named Gina, right? She has a boutique. Gina would be the only girl that would come over Claressa's house and be like, hi, I'm selling this, I'm selling that. Claressa would buy from her. Gina was sweet. I'm trying to figure out why are you talking bad about her? But you let her in your house and you're buying from her. So she buys from her, Gina leaves, and Gina's like, I think she's a little bit darker than me. And she was so pretty. Like, I'm trying to figure out what did she do for Claressa to talk bad about her. So she like, oh, these people get on my nerves. They always want to tell me something. Da 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 da. I was like, but you're smiling in their face. Like, if you don't want to be bothered, then just say that. Like, I don't get it. So about, I think a day later, it won't far. She was like, look who I'm texting. I was like, who? Zeke. I'm like, who is Zeke? Like, I don't know who that is. And aren't you with Tony? Like, y'all be thinking I'm lying, bro. I don't know. Like, y'all just be thinking I'm lying, bro. Aren't you with Tony? Zeke was Gina's baby daddy. So I said, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. Because why are you talking to this girl baby daddy? And you are with Tony. Like, bruh, and hey, she may pop up. She may see this video. But baby, I'm remembering names and stuff. Y'all really think I'm lying? Like, come on, bro. Here's another video just to show, like, yes, I did know the girl, man.
Huh? Stop talking. I said that. No, I'm lying. I don't need that. Oh! Thank you, Tony. Oh!
Once again, do you see how weird the laugh was? Oh, Tony and all that. Because you tried to accuse me of wanting Tony out of all people. Not my type. Because Tony hit me up on Messenger. She rode her bike to the gym because she was trying to get the weight off. She thought she was fighting, okay? And I drove her car, that champagne truck or whatever, to the gym. So I had already left. Tony didn't have my number. So he hit me up on Messenger and said, hey, is Claressa there? Or are you at the house? I said, no, she on her way to the gym. Like, she actually almost there. She rode her bike to the gym. So she should actually almost be there. He said, oh man, like, I had bought her flowers. Mind you, this is after she cussed him out for not getting her flowers. So he said, oh man, I got her flowers and I don't want nobody to take them. I said, she stayed right beside a judge. Like, she stayed in a nice neighborhood. You really think somebody gonna steal these flowers? Like, she'll be fine. So she saw that, I was on my phone, because that's another thing. She always want to go through my phone. I never let her go through my phone because, like, what is your problem? Like, she act like she owned me or something. Like, it was so weird, bro. And I had to spoil the surprise because she started acting stupid, bro. Like, she wasn't acting out, like, lashing, but she was like, why are you texting Tony? And I said, first of all, this is Facebook Messenger. I'm not texting Tony. Okay, so that should tell you something. He don't have my number. 2, just wait, you'll see. She had a little attitude, so she went to the bathroom, and I just knew the whole practice was going to be horrible, bro. Like, I just needed my mood to be good to train. So when she went in the bathroom, I went in the back and knocked on the door, and I said, are you freaking kidding me? Do you really think I'm going behind your back for Tony? Like, girl, please, I don't do that. I said, but since you don't believe me and you always want to accuse me or something of doing something, know that he got you flowers, and that's why he hit me up on Messenger. And once again, he didn't have my number, so he had to hit me up on Messenger. Tony got me flowers? Yes, Tony got you flowers, and you tripping. So now she all high. I said, just act like you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Because I fuck you.
That's clearly me at her house being energetic at the time. But that girl her name's Shy. So, and it's sad because she even has something to say about Shy. But let me tell you something about Shy. I don't know what she's doing today, but I knew that she stood for people's rights, and she did more for her community than Claressa did, while she's sitting there talking bad about everybody in the community that's just trying to be great. Shy actually stood up for her community. You know what I'm saying? We did the whole protest. That's when I was like with the whole pro-black thing at the time and whatever. But yeah. And if you're from Flint, you know what I'm talking about. Like, we did that whole march and stuff. I had a poster that said no justice, no peace, F them racist A police. I can go on and on and on, but this is just all I had left, y'all, of yes, I knew this girl. And I'm done talking about it. But a lot of y'all need to stop your mess. I wasn't gossiping or slandering. I would have to literally be lying. All right, backbiting and trying to diminish somebody's character. I'm not diminishing what's true. She's literally like this. Just because I speak on something that I experienced doesn't mean I have not healed or I haven't gotten over it. Like, y'all say anything out y'all mouth. You're accusing me for gossiping and slandering, but you're praising a woman that's still with a married man. Adultery. But hey, half of y'all failed English class. Can't comprehend. That popcorn reading till y'all up. That's all.
As I said, commentary to a minimum. This is Jada the Boxer's story. This is how she felt Claressa made her feel. This is how she felt her parents made her feel. Some people might be triggered by the story because some things might remind them of things they experienced. I don't want nobody saying I'm picking no sides. This is somebody's story. I'm sharing it. The end. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Oh, and let me know your thoughts down below. Do you believe Jada the Boxer? I forgot to mention, I've seen a lot of other stories that this young lady did on Claressa. I just didn't share them. So don't say that I'm just on a train trying to ruin a black woman's image. If that were the case, every time the young lady made a story time, I'd post about it.